Welcome to Pillow Talk Show.
The impact and ethical issues of ICT.
Good day, everyone. My name is Mary Andrea E. Reyes. I will be your host for today, this virtual show. We're going to discuss the impact of ICT in business, community, society, and education. How can it help to everyone? Let's discuss first. What is ICT? ICT, or Information and Communication Technology, is an extensional term of information technology that stresses the role of unified communication and the integration of telecommunication and computers, as well as necessary enterprise software, middleware storage, and audiovisual that users to access, store, transmit, understand, and manipulate that information. Let's hear some opinion about impact of ICT in business from our first guest, Dexter Dibilla.
The impact of ICT in business is particularly significant. It empowers people to share knowledge and advice instantaneously and set up an online shop or website at a low cost, dramatically lowering the barriers to starting a business. As such, it is an important enabler of change, and ICT maturity is closely linked. Economy growth advice technology have always been used by for-profit to increase revenue. However, government bodies and NGOs have struggled to successfully apply them for social goods. An emerging type of business, the social business, is bridging the gap between the two. Thank you.
And now, our next guest is Dave John Ramos. Will also give opinion about the impact of ICT in community.
I am Dejan Ramos. Information and communication technology has contributed immensely to social and economic improvements such as higher employment and productivity, increasing access to a higher quality of life. ICT incorporates electronic technologies and techniques used to manage information and knowledge, including information handling tools used to produce, store, process, distribute, and exchange information. Benefits of ICT can be achieved: healthcare provision and decreased prevention, or indirect growth, improved social impact.
The next guest is Marian Feigmani. Will also give opinion about the impact of ICT in society.
This is Marian Janeta Feigmani, and I'm here today to discuss and give some opinion about the impact of ICT in the society. As more and more people begin work from home, or job became the skill, computer-based social implications are going to be very serious. The most important issue is to increase leisure time, and more work can be done in less time. Another effect of ICT in the society is the introduction of home shopping over the internet. This aspect could possibly result in people never leaving their homes, doing everything from home, possible resulting in home individuals who could not leave their houses even if they wanted to. There are definite upsides to home shopping. However, people who cannot currently leave their houses, the physically disabled people, or people who are too busy to do anything to do shopping, who currently rely on the other people to their shopping, their pre-internet shopping could allow people to be more independent and less relevant on other people.
And the last guest, Carla Baldonado, will give opinion about impact of ICT in education.
ICT, or Information and Communication Technology, are extremely influencing every discipline under the sun, including education. It is affecting every aspect of education, from teaching to assessment and conduction. It improves the effectiveness of education. It aids literacy movements. It enhances scope of education by facilitating mobile learning and inclusive education. It facilitates research and scholarly communication. impact of ICT and its potential for the education field is manifold. It positively affects all the stakeholders of the education field. The current papers discuss the various challenges posed by ICT. The challenge includes economic issues, educational, and technical factors, appropriate content design, and workability of ICT in educational fields.
Thank you everyone, and this is our impact of information and communication technology. And now, let's talk about the ethical issue of information and communication technology. And hello again everyone. For the last topic, let's talk about the ethical issue in ICT. And just remember the acronym of PELS. PELS. P stands for plagiarism. E stands for exploitation. L stands for libel. And the S stands for software piracy. And now, for the guest is Dexter Devilla. What is a plagiarism for ethical issues in ICT?
Plagiarism. It is act of theft. This simply occurs when a person copies another person's idea, words, writing, and call it is his or her own. Those who committed such action may lead to serious legal and ethical affliction.
Yes, is that correct, Dexter? Plagiarism is presenting someone else's work or ideas or your own with or without their consent by incorporating it into your work without full acknowledgement. And the next guest is Dave John Ramos. The next list of ethical issues in ICT is exploitation. What is the exploitation for ethical issues in ICT?
Guess 2. Exploitation is the act of selfishly taking advantage of someone or a group of people in order to profit from them or labor. You are using some information from them to do some necessary acts as a treat. These crimes are happening in every corner of the world and can include any person regardless of age, socio-economic background, or location as a result. Each case can look very different as can be gleaned on the figure. These are some of the most commonly reported forms of human trafficking and modern slavery with is exploitation.
And that is correct, Dejan. Exploitation is an action in which one deals with a person dishonestly, unethically, and dishonorably in order to take advantage the latter's works and or resources. This leads to unlawful action. And the next guest is Marian Feigmani. The next list of ethical issues in ICT is libel. What is the libel for ethical issues in ICT?
Libel is relation to ICT is called libel. It is an accurately or injuriously written defamation triggered via electronics means including the internet, social media, email, and website. The formation which is written, such as on a website, most online defamation occurs through libel by a posting, a website, comment, bulletin board, post review, ratings, and blog post. Whether you are the victim of the internet defamation or being wrongfully accused of online defamation, you need to understand the law and order.
And that's correct, Marian. Libel is maybe categorized as insult, slur, or slander, either written or spoken, or even through action, as long as the accusation is not true, and without evidence it may lead to libel. And the next guest is Carla Baldonado. In the last list of ethical issues in ICT, software piracy. What is the software piracy for ethical issues in ICT?
Software piracy doesn't require a hacker or secure coder. Any normal person with a computer can become a software pirate if they don't know about the software laws with such a widespread impact. It's important to understand what software piracy is and danger it presents. Software piracy is the act of stealing software that's legally protected. The stealing includes copying, distributing, modifying, or selling the software.
And that's all correct, Carla. Software is piracy is referred to an act of installing or copying of software into the computer in the absence of an end user, licensing agreement, and or producing a copy disregarding the copyrights. And now, that all's the topic of the impact and ethical issues of information and communication technology. And guys, thank you for guesting in the Pillow Talk Show. Goodbye and everyone, and thank you so much to all.